Netflix, if you don't renew this show, that's it. How's it? Welcome back to Tama Takes Reviews. My name is Sean Tama. This is where I give you my take. Today, we have a new Netflix show, Alice in Borderland. First things first, if there's any show other than The Queen's Gambit, this is the show. It's an adaptation of a Japanese manga. I'm not a huge anime guy. I didn't no idea going into it what this was about. I just saw the trailer for it and I was like, this looks good, let's give it a shot. Without spoiling anything, this is basically about three guys who are in Tokyo and they kind of cause a mini disturbance and they go hide in the bathroom as they're hiding from the cops, and like 30 seconds later everyone's gone. Everyone's disappeared. It's just them in the craziest, busiest sidewalk in Japan, Shibuya Station. It's just them, just three of them, and you're kind of like, what the hell's happening here? Soon they get on a building. It tells them there's a game and they gotta go play. And basically what happens is you go, you play the game, and if you win, you get a visa. Basically, if you don't play a game, you get. It doesn't really show what happens because no one ever lets that happen, but we assume that if you don't play a game, then you die. However, the games that you do play, it's life and death basically. So in the first episode, they get to the arena and two other people join them. Two women. The first woman looks like she knows what she's doing, like she's been in this realm or in this world before, so she kind of knows what's going on. Another high school girl comes, she does not know what's going on. Cutting to the chase, these games, think of like a mixture of Saw and Escape Room. It's not torturing yourself to get out of the game like Saw is, but there is death involved. I would probably suggest more like Escape Room if you've seen that movie where, if you don't escape, you die. The clever part about this stuff is there's a time limit. So the first game they play, it's like you go into a room, there's two doors. Live, die. You get in each room, they take 10 seconds away. That's just the first game. Every episode has basically a new game. So that was always exciting for me in each new episode. What game are they going to play? How are they going to play it? How are they going to come through? And then basically their cards won. And so you have the four suits: spades, clubs, diamonds, hearts. And each suit represents a different type of game. You'll learn that. I won't give it away. Another thing I really liked about this show was you kind of know exactly what the characters know. There's not much exposition shown, or said I should say. You're learning as the characters are learning. And for me, I was kind of trying to figure out how they're going to get through it, what would I do in that situation. And there's a couple games, especially the last game, where I did figure it out. I figured out what happened. But I will say the first half of this show, much darker tone. It's very intense. It's very unpredictable. But the second half, it's 8 episodes. The second half, the tone changes a tad. It's not as dark as the first half, I would say, because of where our main character ends up. But still, very entertaining. I binged this in 3 days. I would have binged it in 1 day, honestly. But, gotta take a step back. You do that, and then what else do you watch, There's really not much else to say without me spoiling what happens, so I'm just going to leave it as, it's intense, it's heartwarming, it's dark, it's very violent, but it's mixed all together very, very, very well. And so for me, this is my favorite show of the year so far. The Queen's Gambit was very good, hands down. But this show, they're not an hour, it's like 40 to 50 minutes, and they go by quick. Just boom, boom, boom. You're in the middle of the action almost immediately. I will say the one negative thing I wasn't a fan of was towards the end, they kind of have these flashbacks of these characters that I don't really necessarily think that I needed to know, especially the way that some of their arcs are ended. I don't think I needed to know some of it. If there's for an example, there's this asshole. He's a prick, and he is gunning down people. He's sniping them, and then after he's killed at least 30 to 40 people, he sees one guy. He's in the sniper, and then he kind of recoils, like, what am I doing? And then you take it to a flashback of him getting bullied before all this went down. Now I get what they were going for. I just didn't agree because it doesn't help him as a character going forward. And you'll see why if you end up watching the show. You'll see that wasn't necessary. I don't know if they're trying to make you feel bad for him, and I get what they're going for as far as who are these characters before they were brought into this world that they have to fend for their lives and play these games and stuff. So I get it. A couple characters I didn't think I needed to see. I was more concentrated on a certain core group. They kind of branched out a little bit bigger. But other than that, I mean, great show. I pray that Netflix brings this back. And it's not very popular in the US right now. I looked. It's doing very well in Asia. It's top set. I think it's in top 10 in Canada, but US, get on it. I'm telling you, watch the show. You'll thank me later. So should you watch this? Tune on that. That's gonna do it for the take today, and I'll catch you next time. Shits.